guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be making some scrappy Easter cards. So I have these scraps from the Welcome Easter collection by Echo Park, and that's what we're going to use. I also have my card bases ready, which measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So all you need to do is take a piece of paper that's 8 1/2 by 11, score it on the 8 1/2 inch side at 4 1/4, and fold it, and then just cut at 5 1/2 on the 11-inch side, and then you get 2 pieces from 1 piece of cardstock. I also pulled some other things from my stash, some solid cardstock, some ephemera, some other bits and bobs, and so we'll see what I come up with as I'm making these cards. So I have this one cut apart that's already matted onto black cardstock. I thought I was going to use it in an album and I didn't, so I thought we would go with this card first. And this is actually my least favorite card out of the bunch. I didn't really like how it turned out. I should have just kept it on the black and I think it would have been fine, but then I decided to add some, I think I did a blue background. So I'm just trying to figure out what pieces I want on my card. And yeah, I'm just flipping patterns, trying to see what I like best, what matches. To see where I should cut it, and I decide on this yellow and egg kind of pattern. And then I also was thinking maybe I'll add in like a little egg in the corner, so we'll come back to that in a little bit, but we'll see. So I also pull out some other embellishments from my stash. I have a whole box of Easter stuff, and I don't know why I have so many embellishments for Easter, but I do. And I was thinking like using these Easter eggs because they were a little bit smaller, which I do end up using. So I'm just kind of trying to lay out everything before I start gluing it down. But then I decide on this pattern, and I decide on the blue cardstock, which, like I said, I probably should have left without the blue cardstock. I would have liked it better. But yeah, that's why it ends up being my not so favorite card. But I cut out my blue cardstock to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then my pattern paper, I'm doing a height of 5 1/4. And then I just cut it down as needed to whatever size I need so that it fits onto my card base. And like I said, I'm not loving the blue, but it is what it is. Throughout this video, you guys are going to be seeing me use my ATG tape. I just love using the ATG tape for card making, so that's what I'm doing. I do also use some of my Barely Art glue at some points in the video, and you guys will see that a little bit later. So I just put down the pattern paper, and then I'm trying to figure out what I want to embellish the card with around the cut apart, and I decide on one of the eggs from that sticker sheet, like one of those pink ones, and then I glue that down. At first I was playing around with maybe like 2 eggs, but then I decided just on the one. And I think that turned out cute for my first card as I was making it, but then as I made all the other cards, I realized I really don't like this one anymore. But I pulled out some of my jemmies from my stash. They're just like Easter kind of spring colored jemmies that I have laying around, and I'm trying to find all the smallest ones. And I decide, I think, what color did I decide on? I'm not even sure. I guess we'll see in a second once I pick out some jemmies. But I took out some smaller ones, and oh, there we go. I decided on pink colored jemmies for this card. I feel like it's missing a little something something, so if you guys have any ideas of what else I could add to this to make it look a little bit better, please let me know, because I don't know. It's not my favorite at all. But that's how card number 1 turned out. And I am using my Barely Art glue to stick down the jemmies. At the time, I couldn't find my jewel picker upper tool, but I will find it at some point later in this video, which you guys will see me use that later on. And I will have it linked down below as well, because it's a great tool for picking up your little jemmies. I do also take out a white card mat, and I put that on the inside of my card because this is on a black card base. You do need some writing space, so the white card mat measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Actually, it might even be 5 by, was it 5 1/4 by 4? Because it seems to have a little bit bigger of a border. On the inside, I just added a little flag that I made out of some scraps, so that just embellished it a little bit on the inside. Now we're moving on to card number 2. So for card number 2, I wanted to use this cut apart that says Happy Easter with like that little green truck. And then I also decided, oh wait, I want to use the Happy Easter too, so maybe I should make 2 cards at once, which really just turned into making 1 card at a time anyway. I was trying to figure out the Happy Easter one, but then I essentially went back to the Happy Easter one with the purple because that one seemed to be coming together a little bit better than the other one at the time. But you could see I was trying to play around with the paper. So I decided on like that bunny paper for the background on the Happy Easter one, and I also decided on a purple background. So I cut that down to 5 and 3/8 by 4 and 1/8. And again, my patterned paper height is going to be 5 1/4. So I stick down the purple card base or purple card mat, and then I go in with my bunny paper and then this other paper, but I just cut it down a little bit so that there's a border even all the way around so you could see some of that purple base that I put down. And I stick everything down with my ATG tape because, like I said, I love this thing for card making specifically. It's probably the only time that I actually use it, but I love it. And yeah, I actually love making scrappy cards, and I just wish they would sell better in my Etsy shop. I mean, they're not always the cutest, I guess, especially because I don't like that black card base one, which I didn't list. I listed all the other ones. But I don't know, I need to figure out how to sell some more cards because I love making them, but I don't want them to sit around either. So we'll have to figure something out. But I decided to take this Happy Easter cut apart. I mat it onto white first, and then I mat it onto the purple. I feel like the purple was very similar to the purple of my solid cardstock, so I wanted to double mat that so it stands out a little bit more. And then I also decided to add another scrap behind that cut apart, and I decided on this yellow, which I'm also going to mat onto some of that purple solid cardstock just to keep it the same and have that border all the way around. And normally, guys, whenever you see my videos, it's always like black cardstock that I do, or in some of my Christmas ones, it's red. But this one was, you know, super out of my comfort zone because we used purple, we used blue. At some point, I think we do green. So you guys are going to see all that in today's video. It's always a different kind of solid paper background that I'm using. But I think they turned out really cute, and especially with these cards because they're Easter and pastel-y themed, it gave me an opportunity to use up some of those papers that I normally wouldn't in my stash, so I think it turned out good. So on the back of this cut apart, I just added some scraps of paper just to make the height the same because of that yellow piece. That's 2 layers right there. So I decided to add in 2 layers onto the right side of that Happy Easter cut apart so that the height is the same and it lays flat on the card. Then I also take this little bunny. I had a little bunny embellishment in my stash, and he's so cute. I just put a little foam dot on the bottom, and then I think, do I do the top? I don't even know. No, I don't. And then I glue that down with some Barely art glue because my hot glue gun was not yet ready. Otherwise, I would have used my hot glue gun to glue it down, but it stuck down anyway, and it worked. Then I pull out some green gemmies, and I decided to do green gemmies for this card. I could have done purple probably too, but I had liked the green to bring out some of the green in the truck, and so that's what I went with for card number 2. So here I am just adding on the gemmies just with my fingers and my Barely Art glue until I find my, you know, jewelry picker-upper tool. I mean, it's called like a, not jewelry, sorry, jewel picker-upper. I don't really know what it's really called, but I will have it linked down below. It's great for these little gemmies that, you know, you need to pick up and they're hard to get with your hands. So that completes card number 2. So now we're moving on to card number 3. So card number 3, I'm deciding to use this Happy Easter cut apart like I was trying to use before. I'm really trying to play around with what paper I want to use, but I do decide on at least the blue bunnies and I think the other bunnies as well. So we're going to cut down the pattern paper to 5 1/4, and again my purple card mat measures 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So I go ahead and I stick that down with my ATG tape to my white card base, and then I'm like, wait, maybe I should start making like a horizontal card, but then I couldn't figure out what papers to use because none of my, like I didn't have enough scraps to do that kind of matched with the paper. So I decided to just kind of go with it on the vertical side, and I just stick everything down again with my ATG tape. And it's just like double bunnies on this card, and it's really cute though with the purple background. I also was thinking about using this plaid design, and I'm going to go ahead and mat that onto the purple cardstock as well. This time I used my Barely Art glue to stick it down, as well as my cut apart, just because when there's a larger surface area, it's easier to use the ATG tape, but when there's a smaller surface area, sometimes the Barely Art glue is just a little quicker and faster and a little bit easier to use. So I go ahead and stick that down to the purple, and then I cut around it to leave a little bit of that purple border. I stick down the plaid first, and then I am going to do the Happy Easter cut apart, but I do need some scraps on the back that I'm going to stick together and add another 2 layers to the back of that card just so it lays completely flat when I go ahead and glue it down. Then I'm trying to figure out what embellishments I want on the card, and I do have these little bunnies that were gifted to me in an Easter swap probably like a few years ago at this point. And yeah, there are these cute little bunnies that have a little bow, and I decided I like the purple the best. The pink also looks nice, but I decided to go with the purple. I just cut off some of the foam on the back because I'm placing my foam elsewhere, so I will add foam tape to the back and adding a little bit more, and also to the ears. And at first I thought I only needed it on one ear, but you guys will see when I glue it down, I do actually need it on the other ear as well. I just at first thought it only needed it on one because the other one would be lifted up on that paper, but I don't know what I was thinking because obviously the paper isn't as thick as the foam tape. So I just go back in and I add that foam tape to the other ear as well, and it worked just fine. Then I'm using my jewel picker-upper tool to place down my purple gemmies, and yeah, I just thought I went with the purple. I also feel like it needs a little bit something more on the bottom of that Happy Easter, so I add in this little chipboard piece that says bunny, so Happy Easter and bunny. And I think that looks a little bit better. So yeah, that completes card number 3. Now we're going to be moving on to card number 4. And this one was a challenge to make as well. I mean, when I'm making the card, it always feels like a challenge because I never know what I'm actually doing. But I felt kind of limited on paper here, but I really wanted to use that chick paper that I pulled out. So I'm looking through the cut-aparts that I had, and I found this one that says "You are one cool peep," and that just goes with that little chick paper. So I wanted to use that. I also found this orange scrap in my stash, and I was trying to figure out what color background I want to use. So I ended up deciding on this green background, and I'm kind of wondering maybe I should have just done like an orange, but I really didn't have orange unless it was like a deep orange in my stash, and a little too bright for this, I thought. So I just went with the green. And I cut down my card base a little because it wasn't quite 5.5, it was a little bit bigger. So I go ahead and take my green card mat, which measures 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 once again, and I put some ATG tape on the back and I stick that down to my white card base. Then I go ahead and cut that chick paper and the orange paper down to measure 5 1/4 in height, and I just cut off a little bit more of the chick paper just so that it lines up and fits onto my card base, leaving some of that green showing in the background. Then I'm going to go ahead and mat, I think I'm going to mat my peep paper onto the green. Yes, I am. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down and then cut around it, and this just leaves a nice little green border and ties in some of all that green matting. But I'm trying to figure out now what else I need to add. So I really wanted to use the little chick on this card, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of scrap I could add behind it because I felt like it was just a little plain if I just added that one little cut apart. So I was trying really hard to see what other scrap I could use and in which way I could place it. And that was really challenging. This is also not my favorite card. It did not turn out to be one of my favorites. My other favorites were the second and the third one. Those two I really like. But the first one I don't love. This one I don't love. But it's the scraps that I had to work with. So I decided to use this blue scrap because I felt like it tied in some of the blue from the from the little chick background that they were in the little blue eggs. So I put that down onto some of the green. In the end, I don't love it either. It's just, I felt like there was a lot of color between the green, the blue, the orange, the yellow. It just felt like there was a lot of color happening here, but that's ultimately what I decided on, to put that blue piece down with that cut apart, and then the little chick as well that I had in my stash. And he's like made out of felt. He's cute though. I like him. But then I add in some scraps behind the cut apart and glue that down, make sure it's all level. And then I go in with my hot glue to add in that little chick piece. And then I need to decide on some jemmies to decorate, and I think I go with the yellow. It's kind of hard to see on camera, yeah, but I do some yellow jemmies that I'm trying to arrange and see how I want them to go before I go ahead and glue that down with my Barely Art Glue and the help of my Jewel Picker Upper tool. It's really a great tool, guys. It's a little harder for the larger jemmies to stick to it, which is why I'm using the side of it, and maybe mine just lost a little stick, but it was very helpful in making these cards and picking up those jemmies because they don't have like a sticky back, and I did need to put down glue first, but it worked. Then I was trying to think of maybe using this teeny tiny little chipboard thing, trying to see where I could put it, but ultimately I decided to not use it because it was really hard to see what the sentiment said on it, and I forgot what it said already. I might have said hippity hoppity or just, I don't know, something like that, but it was really hard to see with the yellow and then the white was the words, and it was just difficult to read. So I'm going back into all of my cards, and now I'm trying to think of how to embellish the rest of the cards. I know I did one in the beginning, but I'm trying to use up some other scraps to embellish the rest. So for this one, I add some more of that plaid paper on the inside, and I was really wanting to use this ephemera piece that says "Somebody Loves You," but I end up adding that to one of the other cards. For this one, I just cut a little flag, bunny flag. Oh, I cut a little scrap into a flag, and I glued that down for the Happy Easter card. So this purple one, I really wanted to use the Somebody Loves You, so I had a little bit of a purple scrap that I glued down to the bottom, and then I include the Somebody Loves You, and I love how that turned out. I just wish I had more little kind of sentiments like that I could put onto the cards, but I really didn't have that many that were small enough. Which is why this card is like the only one that got a sentiment, and all the other cards pretty much got flags. But I take a couple more scraps, cut them into flags, and I glue 2 flags on the inside of this card, and I really like how that turned out, and there's still enough blank space for whoever to write a personal message. So I like how that one looks. Then for this last one, the one with the peep, I decide on this yellow scrap, and I find an egg sticker in my stash, so I turn the yellow scrap into a flag after I cut off some of the edges because they were looking a little weird and needed to be cut a little, so I cut them down, then I cut this into a flag, and then I really want the egg kind of sticker to lay down, and I tried to put it down at first, but oh my gosh, this was so thin, so I actually had to take him back off, and I put him down onto a white cardstock, and then I fussy cut around it just so that it lays flat and you don't really see that outline from the yellow pattern paper that I put down already, because that's how it was at first and it was not cute. So this turned out a lot better, and that completes all of my cards. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me put together some Easter cards with my Easter scraps. There are some cards that I don't love as much, but there are also some cards that I thought turned out really cute. So I hope it inspires you to use up your scraps and create some cards. And if you guys have any ideas on how I could sell some more cards, please let me know, because I love making them, but I also hate seeing them sit around in my shop. And if you guys are looking for the longer version of the video, check out the description link down below, and there is a longer version of this video which ends up being about an hour long. So this was the sped up version, but if you want to see that one, check out the description, and I will see you guys in my next crafty video. Talk to you soon. Bye!